Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I'm an intuitive life coach and I help you discover your own truth. Let's get started with your intuitive reading for this week. All right, we have the card of altruism. So, Taurus, this is about joyful devotion and giving of the self without any strings. Understanding that the act of giving can be very, very healing for you, but also very energizing and very enlivening. Whether this is giving time, giving space, giving of yourself, or perhaps just allowing something to be. This card is about relaxing and understanding that there's so much more going on than just our own will, what we want to have happen in the world. We're so connected to many different things that we don't even sense or realize. And, I want to get your other cards, but I want to share this story from the other day. I was going to run some errands and it made more sense to go this direction, but for some reason I didn't feel like going that direction. I wanted to go this direction, even though this would take more time and it would split my errands in two. So I go this direction and there's a dog that's trying to cross 4 lanes of traffic and he almost gets hit by a car. And so I stopped and someone else stopped and we helped kind of resolve the situation and we luckily found the owner. And so that all worked out. And I thought, okay, well, obviously I was supposed to be meant to be there. Then I came back to run my second errand and I saw that there was a car accident at the intersection. And judging by what was going on around it, had I done that errand first, I would have probably been in that accident and both cars were totaled. So, that was an interesting story of synchronicity and listening and connection because I didn't realize that I was supposed to be there for that dog. But here's the interesting thing. I always take a walk in the morning around my neighborhood, and there was a dog with its owner. And, I said hello to the owner, and the dog was whining and kind of straining at the leash as if she wanted to get over to say hello. That dog looked exactly like the dog that ran across the traffic. So you see what I'm saying? There's a lot more connections than what we realize. And sometimes when we're trying to force things through, the best thing we can do is just relax and understand that there's connections that we don't realize have to be made before our plans can really move forward. Okay, so let's look at beneficial energy, accomplishment, another rooted card. Challenging energy, Father of Horns. I'm sorry. They're doing that personal thing with me again. Okay. So, 9 of roots for you. Whatever you are facing, whatever you're going through, Taurus, it is absolutely worth it. What you have learned, what you are continuing to learn, and the world that is slowly opening up for you because you're in a different space than you were before, all of it is worth it. And I feel like this 6 of roots here with the 9, this energy feels very, very much like surrender. Surrender and just watch this amazing world opening and unfolding around you. Because Taurus, there's going to be a tendency to want to fight it. You may not be showing this on the outside. You may be keeping yourself looking very calm and very put together, but inside your emotions may be fighting this process. There's a lot of storminess in this card. You can see with Father of Horns, and he's keeping the emotions at bay. And this is less about repressing or connecting with or working with your emotions, and just about understanding that if you can surrender to this process, you're actually creating a better world for yourself. The other thing that's coming through is to ask you to really consider your roots. Not just your roots of family or friends or that kind of thing, but the roots of your being, the core of your being. Who do you really feel you are, and what are you truly trying to accomplish? When you look at all of that and you look at the situations unfolding around you, you understand that these two things are actually connected. So the way may not be what you want, the timing may not be what you want, but it's actually, there is a connection, and you don't need to worry. It is connected. You know, I had no idea in the morning that that dog that was trying to say hello was foreshadowing my actions that afternoon, because at that point in the day, I didn't even know I was going to be running errands. But there's more subtle connections going on than what we realize. Okay, Taurus, let's get a little bit more energy. Judgment, apathy. Okay. So everything I just said, please take to heart, and please take as if on steroids. You are headed for a big moment of your soul calling you up to rise up from where you were and to completely just catapult yourself forward. When the Judgment card comes up, it's one of those cards where we almost don't have a choice, because something in our soul has been incubating and growing and growing and growing for so long that it finally wants to burst out. It's not that we don't have free will, it's just that our soul has been listening to our secret and soft desires and has been building, and then finally this moment comes and you have to move forward. So we're in this buildup, and it can feel like nothing's going on. My apathy card here, 4 of Cups. It can feel like nothing's going on. It can feel like you ought to just check out, because the only emotion you can feel right now is frustration. But we're gearing up. You're gearing up, Taurus. There's something big coming through. So the best thing you can do for yourself is give yourself permission to just enjoy the ride, enjoy the process. You are headed for where you've been wanting to head. When I asked you to consider your roots, that was your soul saying, I've been listening to you, and we're headed there. Just trust me. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. It's always lovely to hear from you, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good one.